Okay.
Awesome. Okay, now back to the beginning. Yes, I am Wendy Aspin-Curran. No, like I said, I am not. I am Kerri-Rae McIvor. I'm a Ruby leader here at Trinant, for those of you that don't know me. And I am co-hosting tonight's Level Up with the wonderful Sandy Clauson. There's Sandy. So everybody, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for showing up. This is obviously a really important skill when you can show up for these, right? Because this is how we learn and this is how we grow. So thank you everyone for coming. If you can comment on here where you're from, so I can kind of get to know a little bit about y'all, and what your goals are for 2024. What are you looking to rank to? What are you looking to achieve here in this new year? All right, so let's get her started here. So we are going to recap the 5 Ps from the More in 24 that Wendy and Sonara talked about in their call last week. There was so much value brought through to both Sandy and I with this that we thought, you know what, let's touch on this and let's recap on this to really try to drive it home, try to drill it home. North Carolina, oh my goodness. Colorado, I love seeing where everyone's from. This is fantastic. Okay, so to start, Sandy's going to get us started here with the first one. So if you don't have a pen and paper, you guys, go and grab a pen and paper. We are going to give you all the tips and tricks that we have learned since being here at Trinant. So yeah, grab a pen and paper, and Sandy's going to start us off with the first one, which is prioritize.
Prioritize. And I'll just say, I'm Sandy Clauson, and I'm also a Ruby leader here. So the first one, prioritize. So if you want to grow your business, one of the things you have to do is actually make it a priority in your life, like a daily thing, like it just in your schedule. So one of the easiest ways I find to do this is actually write it down in my planner or on my calendar. And sometimes you only need as little as 5 minutes, sometimes 15 minutes. You don't need hours a day to do this. And it's better to do a little bit each day than to say, oh, I'm gonna do a couple of hours 1 or 2 days a week, because a lot of times something will come up and you don't get to it. So if you actually schedule a few minutes a day, it makes it easier. And it becomes like a habit or part of your routine. So one of the things I do is I like sit down and plan out my week. And in the beginning, that was one thing that I didn't do. And I felt a little bit lost. I really wasn't growing. I wasn't really getting anywhere. And so I sat down and I figured out what would work for me. I saw some other people or listened to what they were doing. But some of those things just wouldn't work for me. So one of the things that I did, I sat down and figured out what my DMOs would be. So my daily method of operations. So what I do for my DMOs, I do reach out. So in making this plan, decide when you're going to do your reach outs. Decide when you're going to do your follow-ups. Social media. When are you going to do your posts? When are you going to do stories? And one of the things, if you do a post or a story that you have a call to action, make sure you reply to those comments and stuff sooner than later. Like, don't let a few days go by. Try and reply to it, at least in 24 hours. One of the other things I do is I'll join new groups or friend requests. So in looking at all that stuff, what I did or found that works for me, when I started, I was doing reach outs and follow-ups every day. I found that was a little too much for me. I found it overwhelming. Some people, they thrive on that. So what I've found works for me, I do my reach outs the day before our overview and the day of, and then I do my follow-ups the day after. So now that we've changed and we have overviews on Wednesday and Sunday, I'll do my reach outs on Tuesday and then again on Wednesday. And then I follow up on Thursday. For Sunday, I do my reach outs Saturday and then Sunday, and then I follow up on Monday. So I find that works for me. And then I know each day what I'm doing, and I just find it easier for me. One of the other things that I found when it comes to prioritizing my business is that with all the stuff we've experienced in the last couple months, some of you are new and haven't gone through it. But I was finding I wasn't doing some of the stuff because there was so much going on. So one of the things I do is I make sure now that I prioritize some time every single day just for me so that I can fill my cup, and then I have the energy and just the drive to continue and put into my business.
Absolutely, Sandy. That is brilliant. I think it's just as important in terms of prioritizing your business to prioritize yourself. Because if we are not in a good headspace, if we are not in good energy, how are we gonna show up in the world?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So yes, I love that. That is fantastic.
Well, and I think too, just one thing, like just to make sure it works for you. Like you have to look at your schedule. Do you work full time? When are you going to fit it in? Like you have your lunch break, or you could do it after, but that might not work for somebody else. Or maybe you have to get up earlier or stay up later, but it has to work for you or you're not going to do it.
100%. Absolutely. Thank you. Those were all valuable bits of information there. So the next P we're going to talk about, I am going to tackle, it is called plugging in. So you guys, plugging in, what that means is showing up. So exactly what you are doing right now is key. Let me tell you, it is absolutely crucial to show up. So these level up calls are every Sunday. And if you can jump on when we have them, great. But if you need to replay them later, that's cool too. There's just so much pertinent and useful information in these calls to help you succeed and level up in your business. So yes, these calls are huge. We also have trainings in the Diamond League, as well as Diamond leaders are all over. Okay, they're all over the place on Facebook. Add them, follow them. They are a wealth of knowledge, you guys, and to just, to watch them and watch their lives and how they show up is phenomenal. One of my favorites is Tina Joy Carroll. Man, that woman, she is a crackerjack. And she speaks from her gut, and she is a wealth of info, so kind of like Sonara, like those two women, they are business-minded women and they just give great information. So follow these people, you guys. Like I found I have gotten so much information from these amazing diamonds. So if you consistently show up, you will totally notice a shift in your performance. I came in here in August into Toronto and was zero experience in the network marketing space. And I was terrified. I thought, what am I doing? Oh my goodness. And you know what? Learning. Just keep learning. And if you have questions, just ask them, right? There's no such thing as a silly question. So that is plug in. So we also have the Boards app, which if you don't have it, you should. Okay, whether you are new yesterday or whether you are a red diamond watching at the moment, if you don't have the boards app, please reach out to the person who is above you or your leader, and we will tell you how to go about getting that. It is a plethora of information. It is a must-have, as well as the Trinont Go app. If you go into the boards app, Sonara has actually downloaded a video into it called Easy Customer Acquisition. Man, this lady's a boss. She can just do it. And watching her strategies, you guys, is invaluable. So that is that. The next P Sandy is going to lead us in is called a paradigm shift.
Yeah, so one of the things to grow your business is recruiting. That's how you're going to grow. And I find when I started, I struggled with this because I didn't have experience. I wasn't sure how to go about it. I wasn't that comfortable doing it. So I concentrated a lot on the products. And because it was easier to talk about, I was using them. I had my stories. But after a few months into it, I realized that I needed to shift my focus and decided to concentrate on the business side. And how I changed my thinking from not being comfortable and, feeling, I know some people, even with the products, they say they feel salesy. But one of the things I thought of right now, if you think about it, everything has gone up in cost, like our groceries, the gas, kids' sport, like everything. So a lot of people are struggling. And so now I look at it that I'm offering a solution to a problem for someone. And there's an advantage to them. For them, they're going to make extra income. And one of the other advantages is they can do this from home or they can do this from anywhere. So if they have a full-time job outside of the home, they don't have to go outside of the home to look for another job. They can do this at home, working it into their schedule around their life. And then the advantage to you is if they sign up as an associate, they're going to bring their people, which grows your network, in turn growing your business. And one of the things that I used to do too is a lot of people, they're interested in the product right off the bat. So they're looking at the product, and I wouldn't say anything about the business because I'm thinking they won't be interested. So I'll just sign them up as a customer. And when I did my shift in my thinking, anybody that, okay, I want this product, before we continued, I say to them now, would you ever consider doing the business? Or, do you want to sign up as a customer or an associate? And then the conversation continues. Most times they want to know, well, what's the difference? Or what does it mean if I sign up as an associate? And once they realize that it's really no different, but it gives them the option that if they want to share later on down the road, or they might say, really, I can make that much, like how much money can I make? And then you show them the comp plan, and that it just opens up. And to be honest, I've had people I thought in my head would say no, say yes. So I have stopped making oh my goodness, assuming. And really, it's not my decision to make. So now I always, always ask. And it's changed. That's when I started growing. And another way to think about it too is maybe just think that you're being a connector. You're connecting a person to an opportunity that could improve their life financially, or maybe it's time freedom, or maybe they want community, but you're just connecting them to something that is an opportunity that they wouldn't have if you didn't offer it.
Absolutely, Sandy. That's brilliant. So true. Mindset is huge, right? When we shift our mindset, it opens doors for us.
Yeah.
Okay, so the fourth P that we're going to talk about is posting. So I want to know in the comments, you guys tell me, how many people do Facebook Lives? Like, not about, you know, turn on products or anything, but how many people go on and do Facebook Lives? Whether it's once a week, you know, twice a week, once every 2 weeks, whatever it is. Let me know how many people go on and do that. Because let me tell you, when I came into this company, but I need to do more. I think that's the general consensus, right? When I came into this company, I had never done a Facebook Live before in my life. And so I did my live launch with Wendy. And then I said to my husband, I said, you know, maybe I should go on and do a live and just talk about how these products are impacting my health and what I am currently doing. So you guys, I went on Facebook Live, and it was about 3 hours later. I didn't really hear much. I just had people coming out of the woodwork, left, right, and center. And people that I had no idea were even watching me or that even followed me. And it is scary, okay? But you know what? It is a stretch, and we grow from this. And don't let fear stop you, because literally, if you can look at that screen like you were just talking to your partner or talking to your parent or your best friend, and just have a chat with them, you know, that's all you're doing. You're just having a chat. So Russ and I, we do these Friday night lives where every Friday we are committed to going on and talking about our week and what our weeks look like, what we're doing this weekend. And it's so much fun, but it attracts people to your algorithm. Algorithms are something that I have just learned about. They're crucial in the network marketing space. We want people to see what we are doing. And in order for that to happen, so basically only about 10% of people see what you're posting at any certain time. Okay, so keep going. But remember, people need value out of your posts. So if you're putting on a bottle of Glow, or, you know, a thing of Enrich, or, you know, that's great once in a while for sure. But they also need value because they want to see what you are doing. They want to know about you personally, on top of what the business side is, right? So I'm gonna let Sandy talk about a 3-2-1 method here in just a few minutes, but keep that in the forefront. Challenge yourself to a Facebook Live once a week. Challenge yourself. I mean, it will shake you, but it feels so good once it's done. Challenge yourselves, you guys. We don't have a brick and mortar store. This is it for us, right? This is our store. So, and if those of you haven't done a Facebook Live launch, I implore you to break out of your comfort zone and do it. Do it. Open your doors to your store, okay? And when you post, babysit your posts. Comment on them. So I post something about my son and his first day of school. I have, say, 50 people post. I am commenting back to each one of those people that has commented to me, okay? That is boosting all of my algorithms. That is very important. After that, I give it about a day, and then I voice clip everybody who liked or commented on that post. I invite them to the ultimate glow up. I do. I invite them to the ultimate glow up, tell them a little bit about what I'm doing in the health and wellness space, because odds are they already know. Because see what I did there? They already know, but now I'm giving them permission to reach out to me. So keep that in mind. Just stay tuned, stay focused into what you are doing. Like, the key is to follow up, right? I know what you're thinking. You're thinking the same people are commenting on all my posts. Guess what, guys? People are watching. People are always watching. And it's funny because it's the people that I don't even really connect with that much that are engaging. And people will just send me an inbox message. It's the best. It's the coolest thing. Do not deny yourself an opportunity here. Okay. When we see things over and over again, our brain shifts into wanting to know more. It wants to know more about what we're seeing. So keep that in mind. Okay. Join groups that matter to you. Facebook groups, join groups. If you're interested in dogs, join dog groups. My son has awesomeism. So I'm in all these awesomeism groups, and comment in them, ask questions in them. That again boosts your algorithms, you guys. Even though you're like, I'm not friends with those people, it doesn't matter. It brings people into your space. I'm not 100% sure how this whole Facebook thing works, but a network marketing expert told me this is very important to do. So piece of your homework tonight. Go to 5 or 10 of your groups and ask a question, but ask a question that you legitimately want to know the answer to, that will provide you value. Okay. Sandy, do you want to touch on the, what is it, 421 system?
Yeah, so this is just something I learned about, a couple of weeks ago, just for social media. And what was her name now? Is it Jamie Lee, network marketer? She did the 421, and she posted every day in her feed, but she would post 4 times a week about her life, her interests, and whether it's crazy, like you think it's crazy or it doesn't matter, you're going to attract your tribe when you post about things you're interested in. And so 4 times about her life, 2 times she would kind of, as she said, drip. So whether she had a product or she would, it was in the background, or whether she had a shirt on or something about her company. And then 1 day a week, she said she'd go to town and she would ask for the sale. And she said that's what grew her business. And so it's something I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a try and see. But at least it kind of gives you a guideline what to follow. If you're not sure what to do for your posts, just try something like that. Decide, or maybe you only want to post every other day or something. But just pick what you're going to post about and stick with that for a while and see if that works, or like how that. And comment. That's the thing, as Kerri-Rae said, just make sure you reply and comment. They feel acknowledged when you reply. Yeah. And that's what
they happy birthday
relationship. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Sandy. So the last one is persist with patience is our last P. Do you want to start with this, or do you want me to start?
It doesn't matter. You can start if you want.
All righty. So persist with patience. So you guys just take each day one day at a time. Okay. We don't need to go from 0 to hero, but it's literally 1 foot in front of the other, day by day. There are days where I wake up and I'm like, not doing it today. I call it turn-onting. I'm like, tell my husband, I said, I don't want to turn on today. But you know what? I find myself just doing it because I'm like, nope, I've got people that are relying on me here and I need to drive it forward. So I do take that step. Totally don't get frustrated with yourself. Okay. We are allowed to have crap days because there's been a few. So just acknowledge that, but know that it's not serving you. Okay. That emotion isn't serving you. Acknowledge it and kick it to the curb, get it gone. Focus on your daily method of operation. Focus on your DMOs. Daily. What are you doing daily, right? Just like two or three things daily, and you will see your business growing. Sandy, anything to add?
Yeah, just like you said, be consistent. That to me, that's key, because if you do a little bit here and then you don't do something for a week, but if you do a little bit each day, even if it's a couple minutes, it all adds up. And one of the things too is if you have no attachment to the outcome, it helps with frustration. You're just like, yeah, okay, whatever, and just carry on to the next one. Like I know in the beginning I used to get upset with no's, or not upset but frustrated. Now I take a no, I'm like, yes, I'm closer to a yes when I get a no. So just again, mindset. I don't compare yourself to anybody else. Go at your own pace, and again, do what works for you. And one of the things that I look at, it's kind of plan, do, and review. So make a plan, do that plan, get feedback from it, look at what worked, what didn't, what did you learn, and then repeat it. And that helps you keep consistent, and you're being persistent by doing that, right? You're just plan, do, review. And just
I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sandy.
Oh, thank you.
And you know what? Thank you everyone for tuning in. Once again, thank you for showing up. Because, I mean, again, if you're not showing up, right? One of the P's. Oh, thanks, Maria. So, okay. Again, thank you for joining Sandy and I today. We look forward to seeing you all again in the near future, and big love to y'all. Have a wonderful week.
Yeah, thanks. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.